Hello, welcome to the channel that never seems to get updated, and I will make tons of excuses to why I never update this channel, but here we are. Quarantine hair update, it still looks horrible, the beard's getting unruly, whatever, my bar won't open, so I'm stuck. Anyways, let's talk about gimbals. People love gimbals, like they love gimbals. And I understand why. You know, a lot of people have phones, they'll take videos with their phones, but they run around using the phone like this and it looks horrible and everybody gets sick trying to watch it. And so you take these crappy home videos and you want to look better. And everybody hears, oh, a gimbal is what you need. You need a gimbal and it will stabilize your, you know, blah, blah, okay? That's great. Yes, gimbals are cool, whatever. Being a techie person in my group of friends though, it means that I get asked a lot, hey, what's the best gimbal for my phone? And I get asked this all the time, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of gimbals. They're boring to me, I don't really care talking about them, blah, blah, blah. There's one gimbal that is better than all the other ones, the DJI Osmo Mobile 3. Everybody knows this one, and that's the recommendation I always give. So here I am, trying to figure out, what am I gonna make a video on? What am I gonna do? And I'm searching through products, trying to justify buying things so I can make a video about it, right? When all of a sudden, this shows up my door. I looked at it and I went, gimbal. Naturally, I didn't really care too much about it. I let it sit around for a little bit. I finally opened it up and then I took it out of its packaging because it is pretty small. I do like the compact size. But then I realized it has a selfie stick built in and that made me mad. Then I realized that I have to download a Zhiyun app to get it configured and that made me angry. But then I saw that it was only $60 and I was like, okay, hang on. This thing must be horrible. So I didn't use it. I hated the app, I hated having to set it up. I'm assuming it's gonna be bad because it's $60, so I didn't really use it. And then on a whim, I was bored one day and I actually opened it up and I used it and it actually works pretty good. And now here we are making a video about the Zhiyun Smooth X. So this is like Zhiyun's budget gimbal, I guess. It's on Amazon, it's $60. And the way they make it so cheap is they make it a 2-axis gimbal versus a 3-axis gimbal. What does that whole thing mean? It means that this is stabilized and this is stabilized, but that's not stabilized. That's really it, and it doesn't really matter. Now here's the thing. In-camera stabilization on phones is really good nowadays. See, most people aren't running with their phones, they're just walking, you know, and that's really what matters, because if you put a gimbal on that with already established in-camera stabilization on a phone, those shots come out looking pretty damn good. Now, this isn't a cinematic quality video, and that's why a $60 gimbal is just fine. I'm not recommending this gimbal to people that want to make movies with their phone. One, if you're gonna spend that much money on a good phone camera, just get an actual camera, but that's beside the point. See, what made me want to even make this video is not the fact that this gimbal is cheap, it's the fact that it's cheap and it actually works well, but mostly because of this. Because we have budget phones that are extremely good and have great cameras like the iPhone SE and the Pixel 4a, this gimbal is a great partner for those phones. The fact that you can spend $400 or $450 on a phone and $60 on a gimbal, and you can get some really good shots with that combo. And that gets me excited because it means that anybody can make really good videos for very little money, and that's cool, because I love the idea that anybody can make stuff and that can create things. And thankfully my gripes against it, like the actual Zhiyun app, it's pretty bad, don't use it. Thankfully, once you get this thing set up, you can just delete that app, which is what I did. And I ended up using the Moment camera app. It gives me full manual control over the camera on the phone, and that's really what matters, is having manual control. The gimbal itself is good, but there are problems with it. You know, like getting it folded and unfolded from its, you know, compact state is kind of rough sometimes. It does lose the stabilization every once in a while and you gotta restart your shot. I also saw some times when it was a little slow on the stabilization, it didn't really catch it to what I was trying to make it do. But for the most part, it's really good for, again, $60. Of course, if you want best of the best, you're gonna spend $300-400 on like an Osmo Mobile, and that's fine. That's exactly what you need. But, you know, I don't really recommend that when you have an iPhone SE or a Pixel 4. Why are you gonna spend as much as your phone on a gimbal? So it's not perfect, it's not the best, but it's pretty good for its price point. And I have found myself using it with the iPhone SE and with my normal iPhone XS just to test things out, and it works surprisingly well. And it got me excited for gimbals just because of the price point and the fact that it actually worked. If this is a $60 gimbal that didn't work, then I wouldn't be making this video and I would be in my boat of gimbals suck. But to make this video, again, short, like I like doing, this works, right? If you are a vlogger, it has the selfie stick part of it, whatever. Doesn't really interest me, but I guess it's cool that it's there. If you want to check it out, there are links in the description. I recommend it. Honestly, I really do. And this is gonna be my go-to recommendation for friends unless they really do need the best, which majority of everyone doesn't. But yeah, that's that. Follow me online, there's links in the description, and leave a comment what you think about this gimbal, maybe what your favorite one is, and also leave me recommendations of what I should be covering on this channel, because I'm trying to find things to make videos on, and I'm drawing blanks sometimes, so give me a hand. Anyways, love you guys, thank you, bye.